Never get bored of that bit. Okay, we're going to start with a little bit of a heart rate raise rather than going straight into mobility. So we're going to start doing some leg swings. So you need to hang on to something and leg swings forward and back first of all. I need to make sure I'm not going to kick anything doing this. I'm experimenting with using a different recording, different video, different sound today because it hasn't been very good, so hopefully it'll be okay. And then change legs. I'm still getting to grips with my new setup. It might be a few weeks before it's all completely right. And then side to side swings. That's it. So just keep your hip as loose as you can when you're doing this. There you go, it's better. And then change legs. Well done. And I'm going to turn my heater off. I don't get too hot otherwise. Good. And then from side to side. So just a little shuffle from side to side. So just small steps. You know what? I'm going to turn my mat over because I think you'll be able to see what I'm doing more easily if it's that way up. That's better. That's better. So just a small shuffle from side to side. That's it. And then floor touch and press. So tap the floor, press up above your head. Try not to punch the ceiling. One more. And then either with or without a weight, I'll show you with a weight. Stand with your feet completely together. And I want you to rotate to one side. So when you're doing this, keep your tummy pulled in a little bit. And then rotate the other way. The reason I've got you to stand with your feet close together like this is because I want you to be a little bit unstable, so your core has to start working straight away. Perfect. And then we're going to repeat those. Leg swings again. Forward and back first of all. Off you go. Good. Hi, Jane. And then other side. Better. And then side to side. Hopefully this second set of these should feel a little bit easier. And other side. Fab. Side to side shuffle again. So exactly the same as before, just small steps. That's it. Good. And then floor touch and press again. So tap to the floor, press up nice and high. Good, well done. One more. And then take your weight again. Hold it to your chest. Feet tight together. And rotate one way. Good. And then the other way. Well done. Just a few more of these, and then you're going to lie on your back. Good. So weight down. Lie on your back, arms outstretched. Palms down to the floor, and roll your knees from side to side. While you're doing this, I want you to think about keeping your core engaged. So try and pull your tummy down towards your spine as you're rolling your knees from side to side. Keeping your knees together and trying to get your knees all the way over to the floor. Well done. One more to each side. Then bring your arms down slightly, feet slightly apart. Push your hips up and roll your back down to the floor. Pushing your hips up as high as you can comfortably, but taking the time to really roll your spine down. This should feel nice. Don't like the cracking noises coming from my back when I do this. Keep going. 15 more seconds to this. We'll do this one for a minute. Just do one more. Then roll over onto all fours. So I've got my knees into my hips, hands under my shoulders, fingertips on temples, and then tuck under and stretch up as much as you can. As you tuck under, if you need to bend your elbow a tiny bit to help, that's absolutely fine. It's this stretching round movement that's the most important part, really. One more, and then change sides. Hold on, this top is not very practical for this exercise. Keep going. Do one more. And then stay on all fours, and you're going to go into alternate arm and leg extensions. So extending alternate arm and leg, nice and slowly. If you're really wobbly doing this, start just arms only, and then add your legs when you get a bit more comfortable with the movement. So if you're doing the full movement and you're finding your hips are really moving from side to side, just do arms only. Think about keeping your tummy pulled up to your spine. Trying to stop too much movement in your hips. Keep going. One more on each side. And then slowly come up to stand. Well done. Hip rotation. So you can either have your hands on your hips or just down beside your side. You're going to do alternate leg hip rotations. I'm going to put my hands on my waist. It feels like I've anchored myself better. If you're a bit wobbly doing this, don't worry. Oh, dear me. I did a long run yesterday, so my legs aren't very happy. A long muddy run. Good, keep going. One more on each leg. And then go the other way. At some point today I've got to deal with my off-road trainers, which smell really unpleasant now. I think running through, it's not just mud that you're running through, is it, when you go out for an off-road run? And there's a certain amount of animal dung. And they don't smell very nice. Keep going. One more on each leg. Good. And then step backs. So hold your hands to your chest like that. Push your bum back. And you're going to do alternate leg step backs. So the aim of this is that you're trying to keep the leg that you're standing on as stable as possible while you step back with the other one, keeping your tummy pulled in towards your spine. This is a glute activation exercise as well as a bit of a balance exercise as well. This should be okay for your knees, Lynn. Keep going. Ten more seconds. Good, and then stop. Okay, I'm just going to demonstrate the next few exercises for you. I've got these on my iPad, not my whiteboard. I have to put that there so I can read it. So the first one, I'm going to sit down, feet out in front of you, make sure you're fairly comfortable, arms out like that, and then you're going to open out like that. That's the first exercise. So you're looking at your hand. This is more of a chest opening exercise than it is a core exercise. So you should feel it in your chest as you open up. You should feel it a little bit in your tummy, but you shouldn't feel like you're having to work really hard. You shouldn't be sort of shaking to support yourself. So that's the first one. In fact, let's just go to that one now rather than me demonstrating the rest of the exercises. Let's do that one first. Right, off you go. So comfortable seated position. Opening your arm as much as you can. So really try and push the range of movement on this. If you're working from home a bit more, using a computer more than normal, this is a really good exercise just to help open your chest up. Or if you're carrying a bit more stress in your shoulders, perhaps having children at home a bit more than normal might do that. Keep going. 5 more seconds. Good, and then rest. Next one, side planks. So onto your side, elbow underneath your shoulder, leg bent underneath you like that. You're going to push up into side plank. Arm up, and you're just going to take the arm above your head and back to center. So if that's too challenging to hold yourself in that position, I can make the side plank a little bit easier if you need. Just let me know. 5 more seconds. And then change sides. So roll over. Be really careful that you've got your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. That's important for your shoulder joint. Arm up, and then reach over. Well done. Five seconds. Good, and then rest. Two options for the next exercise. So I'd like you to try and do a low plank like that, taking your foot out to the side. If that's going to be too challenging, your other option is to hold a straight arm plank resting on your knees and do a shoulder clap. That's easier. So if you can't hold that low plank without your back dipping or your bum sticking up in the air, go for the half straight arm plank and do a shoulder clap instead. Those are your options. Off you go, 30 seconds. So ideally, yeah, I think it's time to lose the hooded top because the hood's just going to my face. I should have remembered this. There we go. Well done. Last few seconds. And then rest. And the next one, arms only dead bugs. Lying on your back. So you can make this a bit easier by bringing your knees into your chest. If you want to make it harder, let your knees drop away from your body. But you're just moving your arms. Be really careful about your back. So your lower back should not be coming off the floor. Keep it pushed down. Keep that feeling of pushing your core back towards your spine all the time. Imagine you've got a water balloon with a tiny bit of water left in it under your back and you're trying to squeeze every drop of water out of the water balloon. Well done. That looks good. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Just hold that for a few seconds. Hug your knees in, that's it. Let your back stretch out a little bit. Good, and then back up again. So for the next round, if you've got a light weight, hang on a sec. I need a dumbbell rack. This isn't working very well. Hang on a sec. There we go. So I've just got a 1 kilogram dumbbell. So if you are using a weight, it should be very light. 500 grams, 1 kilogram, no more than that. So a tin of beans or a water bottle is perfect. What have you got, Rowan? Lovely. Beans or tomatoes? Okay, so it's that same exercise where you're sitting and opening one hand, but this time holding a weight. So we're going to do 30 seconds on one arm, 20 seconds on one arm, and then 20 seconds on the other side. Ready? Off you go. So even holding a light weight is going to make this feel a lot more challenging. It's even more challenging if your weight is freezing cold. It must have got quite cold in here overnight because the metal on this dumbbell is really unpleasant. Keep going. So when you're moving that arm out, keep looking at the weight and change sides. Keep your shoulders up. Don't let your chest slump. So you don't want to bend over. You want to keep your chest nice and tall. 5 seconds. Good. And rest. Next one, side plank. So again, if you want to use a very light weight for this, so keep that modified position, weights above your shoulder like that, and just letting the weight come over. So if your shoulder joint doesn't like this, if you can feel it kind of pulling in your shoulder or your shoulder's crunching a little bit, do it without the weight. Look at what your hand's doing ever so slightly as well. You want to make sure that your arm's moving in a smooth movement. One more. And then change sides. Let's push up. Hands above your shoulder, and then going in a smooth arc. Well done. It's amazing what you can do with tin of beans, isn't it? One more. Good. And then plank. So either low plank, legs out to the side, or that half straight arm plank doing a shoulder tap. Off you go. So this low plank, leg out to the side, that's quite a challenging movement. If you're finding it really uncomfortable, then go for the half straight arm plank. Keep going. 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rest, and then dead bugs. So try and progress this a tiny bit by letting your legs drop down a small amount. So if your thighs are vertical, let them just drop out a tiny bit and then stick with the arms only. So you should be able to keep your back from arching. If you can't, bring your knees in towards your chest. Well done. And check your hand position as well. I like doing this with thumb going down to floor. It's better for your shoulders. Keep going. Good. 5 seconds. And done. Hug your knees into your chest. You've got one more round of those to go. I've just realised I've not started a workout on my watch. So we're going to have to start the whole class again, is that right? Only joking. Oh, that's terrible. That's like 20 minutes of wasted calories. Dreadful. Okay, up you go. So repeat those exercises again. With the light weight, hold that in one hand. Off you go. Keeping your core braced. If you want to make it a bit more challenging, you can lean back a bit more. Make sure you look at your hand as you rotate round though. Keep your spine neutral. Lovely, well done. Last one. And then change sides. Off you go. Looking good, well done. It's getting challenging now. One more. Good, and then the side plank. So the same as last time with the weight if you want to. If your shoulder doesn't like it, just do it without the weight. So weight above your shoulder, and then take it down. That's it, lovely, it's good, well done. Good, side planks look great, really stable, well done. One more. And then roll over, other side. Off you go, hips up. That's it. Lovely, well done. Good. Rowan, that looks good. Does that feel alright? Thumbs up will do. One more. Good, and rest. Next one, plank or high plank. So I'll show you the high plank with a shoulder tap this time. Off you go. Lovely, well done. You're all doing the low one. Amazing, well done. Looking good. This is the most challenging of these 4 exercises, so if you're finding it hard, it is hard. 3, 2, 1, and then roll onto your back. Back to that dead bug again. Keeping your back pushed down. That's it. So you don't need a weight for this one, you can just do it without a weight. Body weight's fine, that's it. Thumbs down to the floor. Looking good. Well done. 10 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And then hug your knees in. Give your back a bit of a stretch. Perfect. Okay, stay there for a few seconds. So I'm just going to give you another little higher intensity set for a few minutes. So up you get. Just show you what we're going to do first of all. 3 exercises. Using your weight, light weight, absolutely fine. I can't go for a full range of movement because of the ceiling. So I'll just show you and stretch up as high as I can. First one is a little squat press. So squat as low as you can comfortably. It can be a high squat as long as the press is a good reach. So it's that press bit, there you go. That's the most important part. I want you to really stretch your arms up. Nice big reach. So it's a squat and press, that's the first one. Squatting as low as you can. Then you're going to do straight arm plank, bringing your knee into your chest. Then you're just going to do running on the spot. 3 exercises. So if you're wearing socks or bare feet, then the running on the spot is harder anyway, so it's a good core exercise. Squat press, straight arm plank, knee into your chest, running on the spot. And we're going to do that about 20 seconds for each exercise. We're going to go through it 3 times. Get ready. Timer going. 3, 2, 1. Squat press. Perfect. Good. It doesn't matter how low you squat, just go to your own comfortable height. Lynn, you can do a ground to overhead rather than the squat press to your knees. Good. And then straight arm plank. Down you go. Straight into that exercise. Try and push your knee into your chest as quickly as you can. Brilliant, well done. 3, 2, 1, up you get. Run on the spot. So I want you to try and get your heart rate up. So arm drive. The more you drive your arms, the harder this will be. Perfect. I'd never have realised how hard running on the spot was until this whole thing. Perfect. Squat press. Grab your weight. Lynn, you can do a ground to overhead. Off you go. Yeah, lovely. I need to kind of punch a little hole in the plaster above my head so I can do overhead reach. 3, 2, 1. Straight arm plank. Quick movement into your chest, so trying to push your knee in as quickly as possible. Lovely, well done. 3, 2, 1, up you get. Run on the spot. Good, well done. 5 seconds. Good. 2, 1. Grab your weight and go. Well done. That's great. 5 seconds. And straight arm plank. Down you go. Keep those knees moving quickly. Ace, well done. Keep going. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Up you get. Run on the spot. Off you go. Good. Last one of these. Ace. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And done. Perfect. All right, so we're going to repeat the exercise we've just done twice more, but with a couple of modifications. So have a rest. I'm just going to demonstrate while you rest what we're going to do. So for that first one, that chest opener, if you want to make it any more challenging, you can try and do this with your feet up off the ground. So these are optional modifications. If you don't feel ready for them, don't do them. So you can increase difficulty on that one by having your feet up. The side plank this time, a little bit different. Rowan, if you want to do the side plank a bit differently, you can do it with both knees down. It just makes it a bit easier to get your hips up. So try it that way for the side plank. So this time with the side plank, you're going to have the weight up like that, but you're dropping it down to the floor. So you're going forward with it rather than over your head. Good. The plank is just a held plank, no movement. Just like that. So you're going to do a low plank, you can all do that one. And then the dead bug, with or without a weight, again, your legs are staying still, but your arms are coming behind your shoulders. So if you are using a weight, make sure it's a light one. All right, let's get started. So 2 rounds of this. You don't have to have your feet off the ground. It's a lot more challenging. You can do it the same way you were doing it before. All right, get ready. So weight in one hand. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Well done. Try and keep your arm completely straight doing this. If this is getting too challenging for your arms and shoulders, you can just drop the weight as well. Change sides. My upper body strength is shockingly bad. I think it's a year of no swimming. 5 seconds. Good. Side plank. So keep that modified position. And then Rowan, you can do it that way if you want to. So both knees together. That's it. Yeah, that's better. You can get your hips high that way. Off you go. So the weight's going from directly above your shoulder, slowly lowering it. So doing it this way, it's quite easy to let your top hip roll forward. So try and keep your hips one on top of the other. Good. One more. And then other side. Off you go. So I find it easier if I keep looking at the weight as well, but you don't have to. You can keep looking straight forward. One more. And weight down into plank. So onto your front, on your elbows, try and keep your bum low and tucked under. Amazing, well done. Ooh, that's quite challenging. Keep your tummy pulled up to your spine. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And onto your back. With your weight, so before you start to move anything, make sure your back is pushed into the ground. Off we go. The weight is going above your shoulders, behind your head, really reaching back behind you. Extend your arms as much as you can. Keep going. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Straight back round to the torso rotation. Whew. I'm going to attempt to do this last set with my feet up. Let's see if I can do it or not. All right, get ready. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. That's really hard. It never feels this hard when I'm sitting planning these sessions the night before doing them. Good. Change sides. Off you go. Last few seconds. 2, 1. Done. Onto your side. Side plank again. Get ready. 2, 1. Off you go. Keep your core braced all the time. One more. And then roll over. Other side. Off you go. Looking good. Well done. One more. And then over onto your front. Last plank of the day. Get ready. Shoulders over your elbows. Bum tucked under. Tummy pulled up to spine. If you can really feel that your tummy's starting to fatigue a little bit, just work harder to pull it up towards your spine. Don't let your back take over. 10 seconds. Anyone else shaking? 3, 2, 1. Roll onto your back. Last dead bug. So if you think you can do it, challenge yourself by letting your legs drop forward a little bit. Off we go. The deciding factor on this is if your back comes off the floor and you can't control it. Well done, looking good. 15 more seconds. And then we're stretching. Hooray. 3, 2, 1, and done. Fab, well done. Just hug your knees into your chest, stay on your back. Perfect. And then we can roll over. So roll over into child pose. The best bit of any class, this. So feet together, knees apart. Heels and bum in contact, and then just push forward. Let your head rest on the mat. Let your arms go nice and loose. Lovely. That's good. So if your bum isn't in contact with your heels, try and push into the heels of your hands and push your bum down onto your heels, or get them as close as possible. That'll just help you stretch your hips and your lower back a bit more. That's lovely. Well done. And then, staying in that position, take your arms over to one side. And then over to the other side. And then back to the centre and walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees in together and push your back up, so arching your back. Let your head drop down. And hopefully you should sort of stretch across your upper back. Lovely. Good. Then from there, come up. Take one leg forward. Tuck your hips under and then just push forward. That's it. Good. And then reach across. I've done a lot of work on our obliques today, a lot of side work, so this is a good stretch today. Just in here looking at how much dog hair is in here. When the dogs don't come in here, how does that happen? Just gets everywhere. Good, change sides. So my next job today is hoovering. Tuck your hips under, push forward. Don't reach over straight away. So just do this forward stretch first of all, and then you can reach after that. Try and get into your hips as much as possible. Lynn, your dogs would be perfect in here because they're black and I've got a black floor. I wouldn't see it. It's Woody's hair that's getting everywhere. Then reach across. Well done. Good. Then sit down. Lynn, you can choose your own glute stretch now. So both legs straight out in front of you, and then take one leg across like that. Just hug that knee round as much as you can. Keep looking forward to the beginning. That's it. Lynn, is this one okay for you? Can you do this one all right? You need to get flashcards. You can just hold up yes or no when I've got you muted. Or rude things as well. And then just twist round. And change sides. So wrap your leg around. And then twist round. And then slowly release and come up to stand. And we're just going to finish off rolling down and just let yourself hang down. Take a really deep breath in as you exhale, just try and let yourself drop down a bit more. And then again, deep breath in. Exhale and drop down more. And then one more. Inhale. And then drop down. Bend your knees ever so slightly and stretch up. Really big reach up. And done. Well done. Well done this morning. Good work. Lovely to see you all. Have a lovely day. Unmute if you want. Hang on.